China has praised Keir Starmer for surrendering the Chagos Islands, putting the Prime Minister under intense pressure to apologize for what critics are calling his falsehoods regarding the agreement. Following his signing of the deal to transfer sovereignty of the islands to Mauritius last week, Sir Keir claimed that countries like Russia, China, and Iran opposed the arrangement. In contrast, he argued that the UK's allies, including the US, supported it, suggesting it would enhance Britain's national security. Hello viewers, welcome to UK Pancakes. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell so you don't miss any insights about UK elites. The Conservative Party and Reform UK, both against the deal, reacted angrily to Sir Keir's statements, as he grouped them with adversarial nations like Moscow, Beijing, and Tehran. Now, there are calls for him to retract his comments after it was revealed that China had extended its massive congratulations to Mauritius for the sovereignty agreement. The blog Guido Fawkes reported that the Mauritian newspaper Le Mauricien quoted the Chinese ambassador to Mauritius, Hoang Shifang, who expressed strong support for the country in its efforts to protect its national sovereignty. Following the Chinese diplomat's remarks, Tory leader Kemi Badenoch and other senior shadow ministers criticized the Prime Minister. Badenoch posted on Twitter that Sir Keir's assertion that those opposing his £30 billion taxpayer-funded Chagos Islands deal were aligning with hostile nations was misleading, especially since China has now endorsed the agreement. Dame Priti Patel, the shadow foreign secretary, accused Sir Keir of spreading falsehoods, stating that he claimed opponents of his plan were collaborating with hostile powers while he was transferring control of British territory to a nation closely aligned with China. She asserted that China's approval of the deal indicates that Labour's weakening of national security serves their interests, demanding an apology from Sir Keir. James Cartledge, the Shadow Defence Secretary, wrote to the Prime Minister, requesting a formal apology for his deeply offensive and ill-considered remarks. He pointed out that Sir Keir's claim that the opposition was siding with China has been proven incorrect, as they support the deal. He emphasized that the opposition has backed the government on issues like Ukraine and military actions against Iranian-backed groups, making the accusation of collusion with adversarial nations unacceptable. Under Sir Keir's agreement, Britain is paying Mauritius to lease back the joint UK-US military base on Diego Garcia, the largest island in the Indian Ocean, for a period of 99 years. During a press conference last week, the Prime Minister stated that the total cost of the agreement would be £3.4 billion. Official documents reveal that the UK will pay Mauritius £165 million annually for the first 3 years to lease Diego Garcia. This amount will decrease to £120 million per year for the next 10 years, and then it will be adjusted for inflation at £120 million for the remainder of the 99 years lease. Additionally, the documents indicate that Britain will contribute £45 million annually for 25 years, totaling over £1.1 billion toward a fund aimed at supporting the ongoing economic development and welfare of Mauritius and its citizens. There is also a one-time fund of £40 million designated to assist Chagosians who were displaced when the Diego Garcia base was established in the 1970s. Some reports have suggested that the actual financial impact of the handover could be around £30 billion, factoring in an average inflation rate of 2%, which is approximately 3 times Mauritius's annual GDP. During the same press conference, Sir Keir Starmer mentioned that his deal has the support of all allies, including the US, NATO, Five Eyes, and India. In contrast, he noted that Russia, China, Iran, and surprisingly, the leader of the opposition and Nigel Farage, oppose it, aligning them with those countries rather than with the UK and its allies. Today, the Mauritian newspaper Le Mauricien reported that the Chinese ambassador to Mauritius, Hoang Shifang, fully supports the nation in its quest to safeguard national sovereignty. This news, revealed by the political blog Guido Fawkes, has led to backlash from Tory members. Meanwhile, Richard Tice, the deputy leader of Reform UK, stated, "If China supports the Chagos deal, it gives us even more reason to abandon it. Surrender." Retired Royal Navy officer Rear Admiral Chris Parry criticized Keir Starmer's Chagos deal after it was revealed that the lawyer who secured the agreement, Philippe Sands KC, had previously expressed pride in humiliating Britain in international courts. Sands, a friend of Prime Minister Starmer, spoke in 2024 about being celebrated for defeating the UK in the UN's courts. While speaking in Cambridge, Sands remarked, "It's a remarkable aspect of Britain that it might be the only country in the world where, after winning a case against your own country and humiliating it, you are still celebrated, and that is something special." Discussing the relationship between Starmer and Sands on GB News, Parry claimed that their connection indicates a corrupted system. He remarked on Sands's comments about humiliating Britain, noting that Sands does not identify as British, Londoner, or Jewish, which he is, but simply as Philippe Sands. Parry described this as narcissistic projection. "I'm sorry to say that in every case he has been involved in, aside from his commendable work on genocide and opposing fascist regimes, the focus has been on diminishing Britain's global influence and undermining our power." Criticizing the deal, Parry remarked, "Regarding the Chagos Agreement, I regret to say he is in a serious conflict of interest. He has connections with Lord Hermer and the Prime Minister, which corrupts the entire system because these individuals are familiar with one another. If this were a financial transaction, we would be shouting about insider trading, corruption, and so on." Pointing out the emerging relations between Russia and Mauritius following the confirmation of the deal, Parry commented, "I must say that relinquishing the Chagos Islands is a significant act of strategic ignorance. For instance, on the very day our Prime Minister transferred sovereignty of the Chagos Islands, Mauritius entered into a marine exploration agreement with Russia, allowing them to explore the waters surrounding the Chagos Islands. If our intelligence agencies missed that, they certainly need a complete overhaul." In defense of the Prime Minister, host Tom Harwood reiterated Starmer's assertion that he has not spoken to Sands since taking office. Tom told Parry, "It's worth noting that Keir Starmer claims he hasn't even met Philippe Sands since becoming Prime Minister, despite their friendship and having attended football matches together in the past. He stated in Parliament that he hasn't discussed Chagos with Philippe Sands since assuming office." However, Tom then suggested, "But I wonder if the government is trying to present this deal as one that secures our base in the Indian Ocean, not just for the next 99 years, but also establishes an exclusion zone to prevent the Chinese from building competing bases or monitoring our operations." Parry replied, "Unfortunately, the Prime Minister isn't known for being straightforward with us. There are several other issues, like the £22 billion shortfall that comes to mind. The security implications of this deal are quite weak. There was no compelling reason to rush into signing this agreement. I believe this is a manipulated deal, and I don't care if the Prime Minister claims he hasn't spoken to Philippe Sands since taking office. I have no doubt that they discussed this matter extensively beforehand, which suggests a conspiracy." Thanks for watching till the end. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. We hope to see you in our next UK Pancakes.